Hello everyone! We are Experimental Civics, and we want to welcome you to our Civic Hacking series. Our company is dedicated to designing spaces for people to experiment with their ideas. This means we create hubs for innovation, and that includes anything and everything. We have run imagination workshops for youth, social good hackathons for 500 plus people, and more. And we want to help you do the same thing with absolute success. Our Civic Hacking series was created to answer, at a high level, the burning questions you might have around starting and running your own event, or just attending as a hacker or a project champion. We will cover a variety of topics in 7 modules. This is Module 1, our introduction. Module 2 is People. Module 3 is Ideas. Module 4 is Action. Module 5 is Fundraising. Module 6 is Website Content. And Module 7 is Avoid Pitfalls. We recommend completing the modules in consecutive order, even if some don't pertain directly to you, which will depend on your role. For example, if you are a judge, you can skip Module 5, Fundraising, and Module 6, Website Content. On the other hand, if you are an event organizer, you should definitely review them, especially since they were created just for you. The same goes if you are an instructor who wants to run an in-house event. You will need all of the modules in order to determine how to divvy up responsibilities amongst your attendees. The materials needed for exercises described in the Civic Hacking series are simple. Paper of all sizes, like easel, pad, post-it notes, and pens. You can also use a whiteboard with markers. Now, let's kick off our learning with our top frequently asked questions. Question 1. What is hacking? There are several definitions for hacking, and we will check out 3 of them. Definition 1. Hacking generally refers to unauthorized access to and tampering with information in a computer or a network. While this is true, we are definitely not game for committing any illegal activities. Next! Definition 2. Hacking is a strategy or technique for managing one's time or activities more efficiently. Yes, we are getting warmer. Our events involve people coming up with strategies and techniques to solve problems for social good more efficiently. Definition 3. Hacking is done by an expert at programming and solving problems with a computer. This definition is partially true. Yes, programming and computer experts do attend our events. However, not every issue can be, or needs to be, solved by lines of code or with a laptop. Hacking can be done by anybody. I repeat, anybody, with simple materials like pens and paper. We will discuss this topic in more detail in Module 2, People. Question 2. What is a hackathon? When you type hackathon into Google, you will get flooded with results. For us, we define hackathon more broadly as simply design sprints. These design sprints can last for half a day or go as long as a week. I know, the image of people living, working, stressing and brainstorming together for hours a day or days at a time sounds really intense, but people do it. It's true. And the reason why is because it's fun. Question 3. How is a civic hackathon different? Civic hackathons are focused on tackling social challenges instead of just technical ones. We use the same systems of thinking and approaches to see if we can hack forward these challenges. Some social challenges that we've hacked in the past include supporting youth learning how to code in Python, feeding the homeless through digital volunteer management, designing citizen reporting phone applications to help human trafficking organizations, and building a public defender AI to minimize hurdles in the US justice system. Question number 4. What is the civic hacking movement? The civic hacking movement is a really interesting story. A movement is defined as sometimes large, sometimes informal, groupings of individuals or organizations which focus on specific political or social issues. In other words, They carry out, resist, or undo a social change. From our research, we know that the civic hacking movement began in 2008 and is relatively young. And while it's not a social movement yet, we have complete faith that it will be. So, when did it become something more substantial? Well, the idea of civic hacking started picking up momentum in 2013 when former US President Barack Obama and US Chief Technology Officer Todd Park created the National Day of Civic Hacking to leverage technology and open data to strengthen democracy in the US. This event took place across the US in partnerships with other major organizations, such as Code for America and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is NASA. Question 5. What actually happened in 2013? So, engineers, designers, and policy advocates were invited to the White House, and beyond that, there was a call for other towns and cities to do the same. To #HackForChange. Boom! Cities and initiatives across the country, which might have been launched earlier, were now getting connected with others. From then until now, we have been supporting the growth of #HackForChange events in the US and globally. Since these events had to be more than just sprints, they became marathons. Hence, the movement aspect that is very relevant today. For instance, Experimental Civics founder and CEO Sarah Sharif dedicated the past 3.5 years plus 3 large-scale efforts to develop a sustainable community space in Austin, Texas. This annual Civic hackathon, which is hosted by the city of Austin, is called ATX, Hack for Change. This event took off with around 50 people in 2015 and had over 660 registrants in 2018. Startups have launched from this event, social enterprises and non-profits have been supported by the crowd of do-gooders, and pilot projects have been delivered back to the city. Amazingly, there are also pilot projects that have been completely implemented and sustained now. Whoa, there you have it. Question number 6. What is your civic hacking model? Our civic hacking model is simple. People plus ideas plus action equals change. We focus on developing people of all ages. We ask about their interests, their passions, their skills, their backgrounds, their wishes, their concerns, and then we brainstorm together on how we can improve lives. During these group exercises, we use design thinking tools and resources to help us go deeper into their ideas and into the nuances of what their idea is. Sometimes you need multiple workshops and brain dumping sessions to gain clarity. Then we hack. Civic hacking, that is. We bring these ideas to life. Let's imagine for a moment. You were asked, how can we improve our city? And your idea focused on littering and trash management. You introduce your project at a hackathon, and a group of interested people, they may be friends, they may be strangers, forms organically around you to ideate on different solutions. As a project lead, you continually make sure that everybody understands the core problem. After you design a plan, civic hacking starts and can result in a draft proposal to increase littering fines, reroute trash pickups, or incentivize recycling. Or instead, a mobile app that informs and engages residents on how to improve keeping the city clean. Expanding further, perhaps after you presented your project outcome, you were approached by a city representative or a third-party vendor to implement it. This scenario sums up in a nutshell what we do. We design spaces and experiences for people to play with their ideas and experiment with their solutions. Expanding your network is a bonus. Question number 7. What do people do at a hackathon? Each hackathon event is unique, so we're going to speak from the ones that we've run. They usually happen over a weekend, beginning on a Friday evening and ending on a Sunday afternoon. On the first day, you arrive and maybe bring some devices with you. It's advisable in most cases to have a mobile phone and a laptop. Ideally, you know a little bit about the challenges ahead of you, either from the event's theme or seeing promos and previews. Nevertheless, the first portion of the event should really be about understanding the projects. If the event is focused on serving a particular population, such as the blind and visually impaired community, you may hear from a panel of end users sharing how these challenges influence their life. After project introductions, you are set free to choose a team under the challenge of your choice. Depending on space, size, or layout of the venue, some hackathons may have reserved rooms for each team. Maybe you can sign up ahead of time too, it all depends. Ultimately, the goal is to form a group of like-minded and passionate humans who want to hack a specific challenge. You introduce yourself and share your skills and how you might be able to help. Maybe a team member can bring project management magic. Maybe another is a graphic designer who can build out wireframes. In some cases, somebody may already be dealing with your challenge personally and knows firsthand how to improve user experience. On the second day, everybody dives into the work of creating the problem statement. Basically, why are we all here? And what are we trying to do? This ideation happens effectively with design thinking tools. For guidance, we can refer you to our Design Thinking for Social Good series as well as other resources. During the event, there may be perks like catered meals, free parking, and swag from sponsors. There may also be fun activities like a watermelon eating contest, yoga hour, or a post-lunch walk outdoors. These are examples of how you can thank people for their time and commitment to doing social good. On the last day, as you draw close to the finish line, most events recommend participating in project reports. You will have 5 to 15 minutes to describe your challenge and your solution. You can share your wireframes, do a live demo, highlight what's coming next. Whatever you do, tell your story. People love seeing what happened in such a short, intense amount of time. These events allow you to make new friends and progress on your project. By the way, it's okay if projects aren't completed by the deadline. They don't have to be. We know there are hiccups. You will gain valuable experience. Plus, you just donated your skills to improve lives. Let me say that again. You just did something awesome for the world. Own it. Question 8. What are the roles that I need to consider? There are many types of roles to make this event fly, and we have a document that describes them. For now, there are some of the key players. Hackers. Yep, you can't have an event without them, so think about your audience. Challenge leads, who are also known as project champions. These are the people who are going to project manage your efforts. 1 to 2 leads or champions works best per challenge or project. Also, as a default requirement, challenge leads and project champions are the ones who will be on site most, if not all, of the time. Experts or mentors. If you're dealing with some really nitty-gritty concepts, it might be useful to have folks in the room with the experience and expertise necessary to help hackers overcome hurdles. End users. It's okay if you don't know who these people are prior to the hackathon. We've had teams leave a venue to go and find interviewees for research and feedback. Invite them in. These are the people you're designing for. Question number 9. How will your Hackathon in a Box templates help me? Our Hackathon in a Box is an all-inclusive event kit containing templates that are meant to be fluid, flexible, and accessible at any time. We use them as working documents with our clients. We can help fill in the information, or, what happens most of the time, you will be able to do what you need to without our help. Our templates are intentionally user-friendly and intuitive. We cover every single step, from helping with back-end logistics via Gantt charts, task lists, and overall event strategy, to branding the event with custom sponsored decks and icons, to helping you figure out what to put on your website or event landing page, to creating a communication strategy among event hosts and partners, to proposing what you're launching with your leadership. Yup, We have it all because we've had to do it all for a time. So it will be much easier to start with our templates and use them, rather than reinventing the wheel. We store everything in Google Drive and work mostly out of Google Sheets and Google Docs. We also have samples that you can refer to as you build and tailor your own documents. Our templates will help you. Print them, share them, link them, email them, use them, whatever you need to do for success. Okay, that's a wrap. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're here to help. Also, if you are interested in our Design Thinking for Social Good series or in the Experimental Civics blog, we invite you to check out our website, www.experimentalcivics.io. See you in the other modules.